Right then, we are back. Another new season. Another chance for us to try and get into the Champions League. This time we're starting things off with a game against Mlada Boleslav. Where are you from? You are from the Czech Republic. We are the favourites to win this game, so that should be pretty good. Hopefully we can do well in this one. Transfer-wise, there has been some things happening. We let Pablo Barreto go back out on loan for another season at Lincoln Red Imps. He's progressed very well the last couple of seasons, so I think we'll let him do that once again. But the only ins, we've had two players, both from River, both on a free transfer. Contracts had expired. Jorge Benitez, good young striker. Actually, really good stats, isn't he? Alongside him, Augustin Bolli. Again, another pretty damn good striker. And this guy is actually going to be an absolutely fantastic player for us by the looks of it. Coaches reckon he's absolutely spot on. 21 goals in 80 games for River Plate. And now's his chance to show what he can do in Europe as well. Apart from that, I think we went through... Was there anyone towards the end of last season? No, it was only the players in January we brought in, wasn't it, really? So we are good to go. So first of all, then we've got the home game against Mlada Boleslav. Let's get straight into that one. Now we've got a few players away with injuries and a few players away international duty and that sort of stuff. So we've still got a pretty strong team. A team that hopefully should come out on top of this one. Right, so we're sticking with Silviu Andrescu in goal. I didn't really find anyone better than him this window. I like him. We also have Lee Victor. Is it Lee Victor? I can't remember now. I think it's Lee Victor, who we can also play as well. Luis Eduardo continues on his run, this time at left back. In the middle, we have got Lee Smith, who was away last season on loan at St. Joseph's. He's going to come back this year, and I think he's going to be one of our first choice centre-backs this time. Alongside him, we stick with Petro. Out on the right-back position, we have Charles Cesar. Your two CDMs today are going to be Wayan Sirigar. And he'll be playing alongside the Paraguayan Miguel Eraldi. So he gave these new contracts last season, and it seems to have got rid of Liverpool's interest. Hugo Aguilera sticks on the left wing. He was fantastic last season. Through the centre we go with George Martin. Out on the right we have got Adam Hlozek, playing against a club from his home nation of Czech Republic. And the striker today making his debut, Augustin Bolli. Very interesting. Anyone else making their debut? Jorge Benitez is on the bench as well. He can make his debut today if possible. This should be an interesting one. We are the favourites for this, and it'd be great to go out there, grab a win, and take it on the away leg with us. And, you know, do well. I'm looking forward. This is going to be very, very interesting. Bolli. Nice header to Martin. We've got an interesting start here. We're on the attack straight away with a highlight in the first few seconds. Aguilera's ball into the middle. Adam Hlozek at the far post. And it's 1-0 after 20 seconds. Adam Hlozek with the goal. Excellent. Oh, I needed that. I tell you, I was getting a bit worried, I must admit. Because we've struggled with the Champions League over the last few seasons. And to get an early goal like that is very, very good. Look at that. Lovely ball over the top. Adam Hlozek, far post, gets his first goal of the season. 20 seconds into the new season. We are improving the stadium, by the way. That's why one of the stands are completely missing. We're bringing another, I think it's 1,000 seats into the stadium, which should put it up to about 5,500 seats, which would be good for us. We can start making more money from ticket sales. But that's why one of the stands are currently missing. Right, we're dominating the game at the moment. 8 shots. They've had 0. Got 72% possession. If this does continue on to the second half, I think we will maybe go a bit more aggressive formation-wise. Wayan Sirigar now with the corner kick. Into the middle. Adam Hlozek gets his second of the game. Headed in from the corner from Wayan Sirigar. And there we go. 2-0 after 24.5 minutes. Right, maybe we can make a good run of the Champions League this season. I can't remember how far we've got in the past. Well, the last 2 seasons we've ended up getting knocked into the Europa League too, haven't we? So, I mean, that would be I wouldn't mind going to Europa League 2 again, to be honest, because we seem to be able to get through the group stages and get into the knockouts every season. But if we get into the main Europa League, or maybe even into the Champions League, you never know. More money's up for grabs, of course, if we do hit those things. I think you get like 13 million just for qualifying for the Champions League group stages, which is obviously going to double our bank account, which will allow us to probably invest in some really good players. We do have some more players currently looking to be transferred. I think only one would be a big name, though. Well, not really a big name, but one would be a first team signing. Unless we do... I mean, if we do get into the Champions League or something like that, I will have to invest, obviously, in some stronger players. I think CDM might be one of our weakest positions, because Wayne Sirigar, I mean, he's done fantastic for us. Bolly. Oh, over the top. Wayne Sirigar has done fantastic for us, but he's not the best player in that position. And Iraldi is more of a right-back. So maybe two strong CDMs would be very, very useful. We haven't really got any in since we lost the Cameroonian guy, a couple of seasons ago. But this is looking good. Half-time cometh, and we are 2-0 up. It's been a fantastic game so far for Adam Hlozek. Okay, what I'm going to do... No, we're going to start the second half. I'm going to change things up a little bit, I think, and we will bring more strikers on in the second half and just try and completely kill this off first leg. Because if they get an away goal, that could make things difficult. Andrescu's a hold of the ball, though. What am I watching? Why is it paused? What's going on? I don't know what that was. Okay. Right, so we're going to change things about a little bit then. So these two can't play further forward, can they, really? So we're going to bring on... Well, let's bring on Jorge Benitez for his... We can bring him on at left attacking wing, actually. Can he play? He's not very good there. Okay, let's bring him on as a striker for his debut then. Okay. Adam Hlozek, you can also go up front because you're on a hat-trick, so let's give you the opportunity to get that. Anything else? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to push you two further forward into the middle, and we'll bring on Nick Campbell-Lean, and we'll bring on Sergio Andrade. There we go. You can be that, and Sergio Andrade, you can just be a normal central midfielder. Yeah, let's go all out. Let's try and get these extra goals. Why not? We've got 3 guys up front now. Hlozek is on a hat-trick. Andrade, great bit of work from him. Getting himself into the box as Benitez across Adam Hlozek. There is the hat-trick for Adam Hlozek. Wow, this lad. I mean, what a great time to score a hat-trick as well against a team from your home nation of the Czech Republic. Wow. Great bit of work as well from Andrade, who had just come on the pitch. But it's Jorge Benitez who technically gets the assist for this little pass here. And there we go. Lovely. We're starting things off for a bang this season by the looks of it. There's Husbauer. Good ball forward, actually, through to Janu. Oh, I think Andresco got a touch on that and pushed it onto the crossbar. And we remain 3-0 up. We've no more substitutions left, so these guys are going to have to finish the game now. Andrade's ball into the middle. It's bounced around everywhere. Bolly would love to get himself a goal on his first appearance. I'd love Bolly to get a goal as well, because I feel like he's going to be one of our main players this season. However, of course, it's his debut. It's a brand new team. It's a brand new country. It's a brand new competition for him. It might take him a little bit of time to bed in. He did score 1 in every 4 games for River Plate. However, this should be a bit easier for him in some of the... Well, especially in the Gibraltar National League. We're trying our hardest to try and strengthen the National League up as much as we can. But usually we have a few players go out on loan. But at the moment, it's still quite early in the window, I suppose. So there's still a lot of time left for more stuff to happen. Like I said, some more transfers for us maybe, depending on how far we get in these competitions. Lee Smith out to Luis Eduardo. Coming inside, it's a good ball forward, looking for Bolly. He's beaten in the air, though. And Milada Boleslav tried to bring it forward. And they're in 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and there's the away goal. Vlastimil Tonka with the away goal. Not ideal. Not ideal at all, really. It's a great ball over the top, though. I mean, it sort of makes things a little bit, I'd say a little bit more complicated with the away goal, just in case. But hopefully we can, if we can get another one. Yeah, if we can get another one, that'd be handy. Cesar. Coming inside as a big shot. Tried to curve it with the outside of his boots. Not quite enough. We're on the attack once again, though. Eduardo, here's Andrade. Benitez in the box, across the volley, and Augustin Bolli gets his first goal for his new club on his debut. That's what we needed. That's what we wanted. Augustin Bolli with the goal. Luis Eduardo, it's Jorge Benitez. Back to Luis Eduardo. Jorge Benitez has got himself 2 assists in this game now then. And Augustin Bolli gets his first goal for the club. That'll be good. Hopefully that'll be the start of many, many more to come. We'll see this out for a 4-1 victory now. That'd be perfect for us, I think. A 4-1 victory ready for the away leg. There we go. Boom! 4-1. I'm very, very happy with that. Of course, we're going to go away for the second leg. We're very delighted with that. Hopefully we have a few more players back as well. So let's get straight to the second leg. And here we go then for the second leg. We made a few changes just to mix and match up a little bit. We stick with Andrescu in goal. Chao Cesar moves out into the left. Lee, Smith and Petro continue on through the centre, while Zaracho comes in at right back. 2 CDMs then. Luis Eduardo and Eraldi join up in those positions. We bring Chris in on the left for his first game of the season. Through the middle, we stick with, we'll go with Nick Campbell-Lean this time, sorry, for a start. I like Nick Campbell-Lean, so I try and play him as much as I can. He's not exactly the best player we've got, but he's been here since the very beginning, so I like to play him as much as I can. Sergio Andrade out on the right. And your striker today, after scoring a hat-trick in the previous game, Adam Lozek plays today at striker. We've got a few different names on the bench. We're going to try and give some opportunities to some younger players should we get a you know, a good start here today. If we can get an away goal pretty early on, that should be game, set, match, really. Because if they win 3-0 tonight, they can still knock us out. But if we can get an away goal, all of a sudden they have to score 5. So that should make a big difference for us. Petro. Big ball forward. Is he going to find what he wants? No, he's not. And Malada Boleslav, however you pronounce it, coming forward. I've just realised we've got about 50 million in our transfer budget. I'm very tempted. I found a few players that are on like the transfer list for some very, very good prices, but I don't know if they're actually better than what we currently have. I mean, I don't want to go all out and buy a really expensive player just for the sake of they're worth a lot of money from Bayern Munich. I don't know if I really want to do that or not, or whether I just want to spend the money on just keep finding and developing good young players from the... Oh, Adam Lozek once again with another goal. His 4th goal of the season already, assisted by Sergio Andrade. Yeah, I don't know if I really want to do that. I mean, it's good. There's a player from Manchester City who's currently... Well, he's showing as worth 13.5 million, and they're selling him for 5.5. So I am very tempted, but is he better than what we currently have? That's the question. I mean, I wonder whether it might just work out really well because of his reputation. He would give the entire club a boost. Maybe that is worth it. Maybe we should try it. Maybe we'll get 1 or 2 big name signings in. We've got a lot of money. Plus, I think at the end of this video, we'll have a look at the clauses. Because I've noticed just before this match, there's a few clauses we can buy out. I believe Wayne Hill from Manchester City, they're offering, what is it, a lot of money for him. About 13.5 million they're offering for him, so we can definitely get that sorted as soon as possible. So it's 1-1. They still need to score 4 goals, obviously, to... 3 goals, sorry, to equalise it and take it to extra time. So I think we're going to be okay here. As we see it to half-time. Yeah, in the second half, I'm going to try and give a few more opportunities to some younger players, I think. Let's calmly say we'll lead an aggregate, but let's make sure we lead at full time. Oh, that's good. That seemed to really work. Okay, so we're giving another sort of 10 minutes or so, and we'll bring on some of these younger players, I think. Give them an opportunity. We've got Chendo, Smart, we've got Davidson. I think those will be 2 opportunities to give great opportunities. That's not even a real sentence, was it? So we've got Warren Blair, who is a young left winger. Came through our academy, so he can come on in place of Chris, who's not been having a very good game. We've got Chinedu Smart, the 17-year-old CDM. So let's bring him on in place of Araldi. And then we've also got Davidson, who again is a young CDM for our academy. And again, he's got pretty good stats as well. So let's bring him on in place of Luis Eduardo. So good chance for these 2 players to get some first-team football. 2 players who, if we do keep a hold of, if they don't get on loan, 2 players I think we'll see some more of in the actual league. I don't think I'm going to show you much of the league and the cup this season because it is becoming just a bit too easy. So I think we might just start getting to the point now until the league starts to... oh, they've scored again. Okay. Until the league starts to narrow down a bit and become a bit more level, I think I might just show you all the European stuff at the beginning of the season, then maybe an episode around about the January transfer window, and then maybe another episode towards the end of the season where we see what we've won, and just concentrate solely on Europe, because that's going to be the difficult thing for us now is Europe. Could be more difficult if we screw this up, but if Andrade can get another away goal here, that'd be fantastic. Petra at the far post, outside of the post. Wow. That could have been a very, very important goal if we got that bad boy in, but it wasn't to be the case. And we're seeing this game out now. 18 minutes remain. They need to score 2 more to take this to extra time. It's a bit tighter than I was hoping it was going to be honest. I am tempted to go out and buy a big name off the transfer market. Maybe I should, yeah, maybe we should scout them. I mean, I'm just looking at their stats and the values. I mean, to get a player worth 14.5 million for 5.5 million, but again, is he actually worth 14.5 million, or is that down to his reputation? That's the problem. But then again, that big reputation player could really boost the reputation of the club, so that could actually be very beneficial for us. It's such a difficult sort of balancing act at this point in time. Charles Cesar, Husbauer, Mazek. It looks like we're going to see this one out now then. We're going to lose 2-1 in this game, but I don't think it really matters too much, because we are going to win 5-3 on aggregate. That's all that really matters. We're going to knock them out. We're going to get through to the next round of the Champions League. Qualifiers, that is. I think there's 4 qualifying rounds before you get yourself in the group stage. Of course, if you get group stage, it's like 13 million, so it's definitely worth pushing for. Husbauer, ball into the box. Oh, great bit of defensive work. Andrescu puts it out. I mean, they're pushing. They need 2 more goals. There's only 6 seconds left of the game, so I can't see it's going to happen. Over the top it goes. And I think that's going to be game, set, match there. It is indeed. We lose 2-1 on the night, but we do go through. And we're into the next round of the Champions League. Is it going to tell us who we're going to get in the next round? Cancelled. We get Fehevere from Hungary in the next round. Are they difficult? No, we're the favourites for the away leg and the home leg. Okay, excellent. Yeah, let's have a quick look then at clauses. So Jack Fit. Oh, let's start at the top then. Tyreek Backinson, we can sell that off for 63k. We're not going to bother with that. Jack Fitzwater, 107. We'll leave that. 2.62 for the sell-on fee for Alan Gavizo. Now that might be worth it because he's 21 years of age and only worth 100k. So that might actually be worth. And we'll take that. I think we'll take the money now because that could end up being pretty bad if we don't. Okay. And then this guy, Christian Ghazi, the youngster, of course, he's worth 350k at 21 years of age for Juventus. Again, they're offering us 342. Let's take that as well. Wayne Hill, there we go. 13.63 million. We'll take that. Darren Jenkins, 6.19 million for a player who's only got a value of 650k at the moment. We'll take that as well. Mark Pope, they want, well, no, we'll get 1.2 million after another 37 league appearances, but he's only just moved there, so I feel like that might be okay to leave that for now. Oh, he's played quite a few games. Yeah, we'll leave that then. We'll leave that one to play out. And David Taylor, they'll give us 305k for this sell-on fee. We'll leave that for now then. Okay. So that leaves us now with quite a lot of money in the bank. If we have a look, overall balance of 89 million. Okie dokie. Transfer budget of 81 million. But I'm just not spending the money because I don't see the point. And if we look at this, so you can see what I've been looking at before this. So, yeah. So Benjamin Conrad has been scouted. The scout said that his heading ability is ambitious, he's good in the air, he can play in a couple of positions, he needs to improve in his passing, needs to be more consistent, and he won't fit into the group very well. But he's worth 7.5 million. Oh no, he's valued at 3.2 million. Okay. He's valued at 3.2 million. They want 3.7 for him. But apparently he's an 87. It'd be a superb signing. So is that worth going for? Then you got this guy from Manchester City. He's worth 14.25 million. His stats are pretty good, actually. They are pretty good. If you have a look, they want 5.25 million for him. So is that worth it? I mean, he has got good stats, but is that really worth it? If we go for value, and we look at Keane Lewis Potter. I mean, are you better than what we currently have? I mean, your stats are not fantastic. They want 10 million for him, and he's worth 18. Ryan Edmondson. Again, your stats aren't fantastic either, but we're worth 17 million for some reason. I just don't know if it's worth it. I mean, I would like to go for a big player like this, but at the same time, I mean, you've been brought by Manchester United a few seasons ago, and you've never played a single game. I mean, are you really worth it? There's Dale Fry. I've heard of Dale Fry. Defensive player. 12.5 million is value. We can get him for 5.25. Is he worth it? I know we've got 81 million in the bank, but I don't want to waste the money. That's the thing. So are these players actually worth buying? Lee Mitchell. No, your stats are terrible. I'm really struggling. I don't know what to do here, to be honest. I mean, do we go all out and buy some players off this list, or are they actually better than what we currently have? Your face is incredibly square. You're a good goalkeeper, though. Do we come further down here? Inter Milan, there's Stefano Giordino. And again, are you worth it? I mean, look at your stats. They're not as good as some of the defenders we currently have. So I'm just so confused in my head what I should do at this point in time. I feel like I should continue working with the scouts, and if I get rid of the players that are transfer listed, so not listed, I think I should just continue working with the scouts and seeing what they suggest. But I mean, they're suggesting this guy, who is, it's been getting, again, I don't think his stats are that fantastic. Is there anyone else they reckon? Are they freaking? So we've got this guy here, 18-year-old Bulgarian. See, that probably is worth going for. And again, he's going to be a lot cheaper than what some of the other players are, and he's got pretty decent stats. You're a free transfer, and apparently you should be a guy we should be looking. Well, it says scouting required, but some of these scout reports are out of date, aren't they, I think? Yeah, I think they are out of date. I'm going to have a proper look, I think, and really figure out what it is we need to do here, because I just don't know what to spend the money on, if anything. I mean, you could be a good CDM for us, but you're going to cost us 23 million, so we can't really go for you, can we, I suppose? Yeah, I'll have to have a look at it. I mean, we've got a lot of money to spend, so I think we should probably be invested in some smart buys, but at the moment, who do we invest in? That is the question. Who do we invest in? Who is it worth going for? I mean, I really want to get some fantastic players to improve our team, but who are those fantastic players going to be? I mean, you've got 16 finishing. You'd be pretty good from buying 2. CDM. So you could be really useful for us as well, but I just don't know who to go for. We'll leave it there for today. I'm glad to have a think about it. I think maybe, again, I don't know, because I keep thinking to myself it will depend how far we get in the Champions League, but then I realised to myself if I buy these players, they'll help us get further in the Champions League, so it is probably worth it. I mean, you look pretty good for your age and everything as well, but I don't know. We'll have to have a look. Of course, if you've enjoyed this one, please do like, subscribe if you want to see some more. I've been Shabba Gamer. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.